Alright, hello everyone. So today we're recording a Flickr video. Hopefully you can all see my screen. I don't know if you guys can. But today we're gonna be putting every role in Flickr real quick. So let's quickly just fill out the Flickr wiki. So I'm gonna explain this in complexity, and the way I am gonna explain it, I'm gonna explain it in terms of how complex each role is. Now, are you kidding me? Alright, hold on. Flickr wiki, this is a really good source of information, by the way. Probably advise you check this out. Community, we're gonna go to gameplay role. That's what we want. So Flickr. Hold on, give me a second, guys. My browser just closed for some bizarre reason. That's the only reason why I'm even using Microsoft Edge right now because of vertical tabs. Alright, we're good. Alright, so there are three different modes, and we're just going to ignore Anonymous and Classic because Classic mode has basically the same rules as normal, as like only, I think, 5 rules from what I remember. Yeah, as you can see, we have Psychic, Survivor, Investigator, Murderer, and and Medic. Those are the main roles in Classic, but we're playing. Hold on. This one you know it's bad. I can hear the dog from across the house. Okay. Where were we? Hopefully you guys can hear the dog. That would kind of be annoying. Alright, so yeah, this is Classic mode. Investigator, Murderer, Psychic, Medic, and Survivor. We don't care about that, though. Alright, this is what we actually care about. So regular mode has 3 teams: good, evil, and neutral. And neutral is only 1 role, so we're just gonna quickly. So this is our first role, Survivor. So Survivor is the default role from any special build. And you're trying to record a video, and your browser closes twice. All right. The Survivor is the default role. Their main objective is to survive. There are a maximum of 7. So Survivor is basically the role that when you pick a roles you don't want, you think of this, that, or you think of the twins. I personally think of the twins more than Survivor because I don't mind being Survivor too much unless I'm recording. If I'm not recording, I'll probably stay in the game. But so here's the strat if you play as a Survivor. So the strategy for Survivor is basically be the fall guy for the good team. If you find out something, say it and attempt to use your experience if you have experience to use it to your advantage. Wait, they made a new. Hold on, let me. Oh, okay, all right. All right. I thought they made like a separate wiki, but it's just the same thing. All right. So the way I want to play Survivor is basically just if you find out, tell the evil team because if you die, you don't have a role. So if the evil team kills you, it's not going to necessarily do much aside from make it so that the good team has 1 less vote. And that's not really do much because in a tie, evil team always loses a tie, no matter what. Alright, next role is in terms of complexity, I consider it to be the twin. Because I'm gonna go over good team. Actually, yeah, good team before evil team, because evil team is naturally more complex generally. So the good team is basically just survivors, and if your fellow twin dies, you die. If you get voted out, well, you get voted out. If you get revived for some reason, you don't. Which, in my opinion, twin is probably the worst role in the game because if your twin does something stupid and dies and someone revives them, you're not getting revived. So the twin is probably the worst role in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, if you're a twin, I would just leave the game. Almost everyone froze as twin for some reason. Alright, Muffin Man. Oh yeah, for Twin, I don't have a strat. For Twin, just either hope your teammate leaves the game or just, I don't have a strat for Twin. Just get lucky and hope your twin's an idiot. Alright, Muffin Man. So, Muffin Man is basically just, if there's no twins, there's guaranteed to be a Muffin Man in a 15-player server. And Muffin Man can deliver a muffin to someone per night, and it's basically a way to, like, reveal your role. The only bad thing about this is, first off, you're pretty good morale boost. Second of all, you could get framed for murder if you're not careful because a spy could say, let's just say the murderer and Muffin Man give something to the same person. So let's just say, let me think. Okay, so let's just pretend the spy, right? So the murderer knows who the spy is, so they kill them, and the Muffin Man gives the muffin to the spy, right? And then if there is a scout, the scout can bug the player who they think are going to get killed as they're coordinating. So then they can say, "Oh, hey, this guy is the murderer." And the thing is, if it's like the first time a muffin's given, they usually are going to vote you out. So Muffin Man can either be a great role to have or a terrible role to have. I don't mind the role much. So the strat for Muffin Man is to only give out muffins during the end game to prove your innocence, and that's really it. Okay, next up, I probably have the medic. Actually, no, the psychic. Actually, because the psychic is basically a modified version of the old psychic, and the psychic in classic mode knows the exact role. In regular mode, the one we're covering, they know who good or evil team. And the way you want to play psychic is if you're playing regular psychic. There's no point in faking journals because you're on the good team. If you're on the evil team, though, you do fake journals. That's why I have the evil team is more complex because they have more difficult roles to grasp. So the way you want to play psychic is basically just read random people you think could be suspicious. Like I don't, and just like send notes. Notes are very risky though. They have a 20% chance of dropping, and you could be in. So don't risk it. So it's really risky being a psychic, but it's really Alright, next up, I'm going to have the Savior, probably. So the Savior can revive a dead player once. And if in a way, oh yeah, and if the Savior revives one of the twins, the other twin isn't revived. And as long as you're in the game, you can revive someone. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say, the medic gets killed, alright? The medic doesn't use to heal on themselves, they use it on the detective, and then the murderer kills them. If the Savior's alive, wait, oh, Savior and medic can't be in the same game, but, Savior and Spy, alright? We'll shout out to the Spy. Let's just say the Spy gets killed, so the Savior can revive them, but after that, they can't revive anyone, so they're basically just a survivor after they use their power. Alright, next up, the Spy is arguably the most complex role on the good team. Well, the Detective is pretty complex too, but I consider the Spy to be slightly easier. The Spy can bug one player to see who visited them, which is the fancy way of saying if someone used their ability. So, like, if the murderer uses it, the Muffin Man uses it, if the psychic uses it. Oh, I'll quickly go over the roles that can't be in the same game. I'll explain them quickly. I'll explain those in a second. So after I'm done explaining everything else. And the way you want to play Spy is basically bug who you think is gonna get killed and tell your teammates. Because even if you die, you still might be able to get the murderer or assassin out. Alright, last good role, Detective. Detective is basically the new version of the investigator, and they are given 2 to 3 clues every night to figure out who's on the good or evil team. And they are the good team's the leader. So the detective is in every game, no matter what, and the survivor is in almost every game if there's over like I think 9 players, I remember. And detective, you have to be very careful because if you get the same person a clue, like let's just say I think of a random bacon here, whose name. Astral 196. Let's just say it says they're good 3 times. That means they're good. If it says it says 2 times or 1 time, it's not 100%. And detective is an extremely potent role, a volatile role because this role if you get lucky with your clues and if you know how to play, you could get your team to win, but if you don't know how to play and if you're not the smartest, you could get your team to lose. So it's by far the riskiest role. so, so Survivor and Medic cannot be in the same game. Psychic and Spy cannot be in the same game, and Twin the Muffin Man cannot be in the same game. All right. So the evil team has 5 roles, and the least complex out of all these is probably the Dark Psychic. So the Dark Psychic is literally the same thing as the Psychic, and the Strat is the same, except you want to fake journals every like 2 or 3 readings. So as a pro tip, here's what I do. So for my first 2 or 3 readings, I usually don't fake it, and for my fourth or third, I actually do. Because let's just say I read a survivor like Theodore Roosevelt 1918 or something like that. So let's just pretend that's the guy's username, right? And I read him and it says he's good. Then I second reading, I read some other dude, uh, Flicker Fan 1980. I don't know. Says good too. And then I decide to read Sonic the Hedgehog or something. Let's just pretend that's the guy's username. And he's evil. So what I would do is I would I would fake the evil player as good, and I would fake 1 to 2 good players as evil. That's an example how you do. That's an example of how you would fake. And one thing that sucks is the Roblox filter. Sometimes it ruins the faking. All right, the scout functions the same as the spy. So I'm not gonna go over a strat because they're basically both the same, except for the scout you just help the evil team. All right, the witch is the medic's counterpart, and they can block a player's ability for a night. So if the medic wants to protect someone, but the witch blocks the medic will not be able to use their heal. If the witch attempts to block the murderer or assassin, nothing happens. And the way you want to play the witch is if you find out someone's an important role, block them. It's like block different people overnight. Because you block the same person, they'll probably send a note to the spy or psychic, and then they'll find out you're a witch. So be very careful as witch. Alright, murderer. Murderer, it can kill someone every time the lights flicker out, and they cannot be blocked by the witch or assassinated as the assassin. They are the original antagonists of the game, and they are the leader of the evil team. However, if the medic saves the murderer's target, they will not be murdered. So the murderer can kill everyone unless they are healed. The murderer cannot be killed, they can only be voted out. Well, they can be killed by the clan, but almost always the clan gets figured out. And the way you want to play murderer is simple. Kill when you need to. Don't kill every night. Killing every night could get you found out because the spy or psychic could the spy could randomly bug the person you kill, or the medic could heal them, or something. So you're better off using your ability somewhat sparingly. Like, you don't want to kill everyone off immediately, because then I'll give you way too much suspicion. So I like usually like to kill one night, and then, like, don't after or something like that. Alright, let's go over to new. Oh, yeah, one more role. I just remembered my favorite role in the game, the assassin. So the assassin is like the murderer, but better. The medic cannot save them. So the assassin basically is the one who can kill no matter what. Same thing applies to the clown. The assassin and clown can kill no matter what. The catch is that they can only kill once, and the assassin does know the murderer, but the murderer does not know the assassin. Assassin cannot kill murderers. So when you want to play assassin, it's simple. Literally, try to kill it with the murderer, first off. Second of all, save your kill until final 3 or final 4. Because here's the pro tip. So, when it comes to final 4, let's say it's you and the murderer, right? Or final 5. That's a better idea. So it's final 5. And it's down to the survivor, a medic, and a psychic, let's just say. So the murderer should go after the psychic, and the medic should go after the murderer. The assassin should kill the medic, so that way the murderer can take out the psychic. So the point is, if you're assassin, only kill during final 3 or final 4, because if it's down to 2 players and there's one evil team player left, evil team automatically wins, no matter even if it's like a witch versus a detective. So you just save your kills, assassin. Alright, and lastly, the clown. So your goal as the clown is to get voted off. If you get killed, you don't use your ability. And once you are voted off, they get to drag someone down, fancy way of saying killing them. And you basically do stupid stuff to get voted out, but not do it in a way that everyone knows you're the clown. And just hope you can get lucky. And then Milkman is just the Muffin Man. and Pumpkin Man is just a Halloween Muppet Man. And here are a bunch of trivia tips. In classic, Psychic is the best. Investigator became detective in regular mode in 3.0. The medic requires luck. The Dark Psychic is the most common evil role for a savior to revive. The and the Muckman is the only scrap role that is not is knowledgeable, like everyone knows. So if you guys want a which on like how to fake journals and stuff, I explained that in a basic guide, but that was made like a few months ago. I'm making this video just to give a more in-depth explanation as to how each role works. So hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all later. So goodbye, guys.